Hello, this is Crow from Global Music Club, and here we are again with our 10 Minutes Caws. And today it's Friday, which means that we will have Alexa and one of her cool fashion and style tips. And let's see how she's doing this week. Hi, Alexa.
Hey!
How are you?
I'm doing very fine, thank you. It was a nice week.
It was?
It was.
So, it's the third time we talked to
Yes.
you.
It's so good.
Our premiere last week with your
Sure.
show, dressed to the nines with pins, which was very interesting. And for those who want to know more about Alexa, we had a Sunday show, a 1-hour interview. So you can go to our Global Music Club YouTube channel, and the videos will be available there if you want to look back. And for this week, I'm so curious. You told us something about bow ties. So I'm curious what you're going to do.
Okay. So, many people always ask me about bow ties because it's not something that is very usual for people to wear, either male or female. So it's something that people usually dismiss and don't really pay much attention, but they usually like the look. They like how it looks, they like how it feels, but people usually go for ties and not bow ties. But I really think that if someone wants to make a statement, a bow tie is a piece of clothing that gives that straightforward look. When you enter someplace and you have a bow tie, people are going to notice you. People are immediately drawn to the bow tie. But there's two things that are very important to know about bow ties, which is there are self-tie bow ties and clip-on bow ties. I have examples here. I brought examples. So a clip-on bow tie is a bow tie that is already made, okay, and has a clip-on. So it's easy to use. You just have to clip. So just like that. And it's ready to use.
And then adjust.
Ta-da! Yeah, and so it's adjustable, and it's much easier to use. So you just go to the store, you ask for a clip-on, and they're easy to put on. So you just put it on, clip on, and that's it. So you have your bow tie. Done!
That's a lot of practice. How many times have you done this?
First time. I'm one of those lucky beginners, you know what I mean? I always have beginner's luck. But then there's the self-tie bow tie, which comes like this. So you have to tie it yourself. Okay? Or you can use it untied, which is also something that you see very often, which is people just wearing it like that. So, fashion statement. And so the self-tie bow tie is they're also adjustable, so you actually adjust. They clip, so because not everybody has the same width on their necks, so they're thicker necks and they're smaller necks, and so you can also adjust. And then I wanted to show you how to tie a bow tie, which is something that I've learned over a YouTube tutorial.
So you are making now as well.
It's not very hard. I found that actually tying a bow tie is easier than tying a tie. There's less steps and it's easier. It just takes a bit longer to adjust. How is that so? So there's basically 3 steps on making a bow tie. So bow ties are exactly the same size on both sides, okay? But one of it needs to be bigger than the other. So you need to adjust. And this side of the bow tie, this tip, needs to be on here, you see?
Yeah.
So this one is a little bit longer than this one. So this is a good reminder, And this part will come over the smaller part. Oh, wait. My headphones. Okay, so you just basically throw it over.
And through.
And that's it. There you go. And they basically make the same size.
Yeah.
Okay? That's the first step. Okay, wait a minute. Dun, 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 dun.
Oh,
There.
You are resourceful.
Easier. Okay. So they are the same size. So the first thing that you're going to fold is the part behind. In like a lace, okay?
Yeah.
Ta-da. So the first part of your bow tie is done. This part goes over. So you hold it, and then the cute thing is that there's a hole here. And so you're going to put it through that hole. Usually they call this, so you can make a hole here. You see my finger?
Yeah.
And you just put your bow tie through. Okay? So the part that you hadn't fold, you just put it through. And it's going to look a bit wobbly. See, a bit strange. So you just push and pull. And this is how this is why I say that sometimes it takes a little bit to adjust.
Yeah.
And something that is very important for you to know is that there will be, this part will be folded and this part won't be folded. This part will be folded and this part won't be folded. It's not because it's wrong. That's the way it is, The first time I wore a bow tie, my mom was like, but I mean, shouldn't be the two, folded parts on the same side, so on the top. And I said, no, but the reason why people think that, it's because the ties that they sell are exactly the same.
So the original bow ties are like the one that you are showing us?
Yep, exactly. So it takes a little while for you to have it like really, really cutesy and stuff and correct. Then you just put down your lapel.
And there we go.
That's it. We're ready to make a statement.
Okay, and what's your statement for today?
My statement for today is go big or go home. Go bow tie or untie.
Okay.
But I mean, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to say that the bow tie is a statement piece, and for me it was really, really, really important. It was the first time that I actually showed up to my family in a more masculine clothing. Was wearing a bow tie, and it was to a Christmas party, and my bow tie was all rainbows.
Very, very subtle.
Yes, but not. And so it was very interesting because everybody in my family, like all the third grade aunts that come to dinner, on Sunday, on Christmas, but they only see you on Christmas. Right. They were all like, "Oh my God, what is she wearing?" But then my cousin really broke the ice, going like, "Oh my God, you were wearing a self-tie bow tie. How do you do that?" And so all of a sudden I was teaching all the men on the table how to tie a self-tie bow tie. And so it really is, the statement is go bold or go home, because it's really interesting how something that seems to be so different and so just not used very much can actually be a conversation starter and a place.
I was going to ask about that, because you said with the pins, there were good conversation starters, and I was going to ask you about that too. So, how long, because you have some practice, do you take tying a bow tie? What's your record?
Oh my God! When I do it often, I take about 2 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah.
How long for a person who would try this out would be the average time, you think? So that they don't get too frustrated if they don't do it in 2 minutes.
5 to 10 minutes, but no longer.
So
no longer.
If they have a date, they should sort of start 15 minutes before leaving the house, right? Yeah.
Just to be sure.
For sure. Okay, so how did you come? Because bow ties are usually seen at weddings and some proms. And how did you come up with the idea? Where did you see it first, or?
I just felt like it was something that I could use for myself. It really speaks volumes about my character. And so it was very, when you start experimenting, when I started experimenting with my masculine clothing, I had a bunch of accessories, scarves and ties and everything, and nothing really suited me. Nothing was really like, you put it on and you're just like, meh, I don't really feel, it speaks to me. And the first time I used the bow tie, I was like, this is it. This is me. This speaks Alexa, And since then, it's been my signature outfit. Whenever I go out and I don't wear a bow tie, people go like, "What's going on? Like, why aren't you wearing a bow tie?"
Yeah, so that it has become an integral part of your logo as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Is there any interesting history behind bow ties in general, you know of, or?
I think it's interesting that they are called butterfly bow ties. So butterfly ties, because they look like butterflies.
Yeah.
And so actually before they were called bow ties, they were called butterfly ties because they looked and resemble as a bow tie. And it was something that was, it was only used, and it could only be used by men.
Yeah.
But it was obligatory in any high society party in the 50s and in the 60s. So any high society party, people had to wear their bow ties with their tux. Even today, wearing a tux is kind of seen frowned upon if you do it with a tie and not a bow tie. So it really is a statement of high class and taste, and so it's yay.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
And do we get any glimpse into next week, or is it a surprise?
I want to talk prints, and that's why I chose this shirt.
Prints.
Because you can't really see it, but it's a kind of it's not flowers, but it's like it has like a little funk print.
Yeah.
And people are usually very afraid of prints and of designed shirts and shirts that have like funky designs. But I really want to go and give you a few tips about it and how you can put together some prints without going like and also going like yay. So
that's nice. And last but not least, did you get us any new pin for today? Yes. You told me before you went shopping, right?
Yes, I did.
Spree.
Yeah. So
just show us one of them. We have many weeks to see your pins.
Yeah. So this is one of the pin. This pin I really love.
A bit up.
I don't know.
I love the color.
Can you see it?
Yeah. Guys, gals, non-binary pals.
Yeah. So it's to fuck a bit with the gender binary, and I really love the colors and the fact that it's like metal, and it's really interesting because you really need to be close to it. So you first see something that is very like purple and beautiful, and then you come close and you're like, gays? Wait. Non-binary what? So this is very fun to use. This is very, very fun to use.
Have you tried it out yet?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
It's really cool. It's really cool because we're also like on this kind of distancing thing. And so I've used it twice. Once when I went to the supermarket and once in a call, like in a meeting over the computer. And both times I get this you know. And it's really interesting because, when I'm out, because people can't really be close to you, you see people, kind of further from you and going like they want to see what it's there, but they can't.
Yeah.
It's very funny.
Okay, that was the pin for today, and we'll leave you with that. Tomorrow, don't forget, is Goth Night, and we will have a special surprise and a very special band on our 10 Minutes Cause in Goth We Trust. So, see you tomorrow. Bye bye.